Hello. So, this is Wednesday, and on Sunday I am doing the Loch Ness Marathon, first ever marathon. I decided to make this video start today so that I could explain what's happened with training and stuff. So training was all going fine, up to about 17-18 miles on the long runs, and then I started having problems with my right hip flexor, and this seems to have been caused because of a verruca on my left foot, which has actually been there since December, and it's the first verruca I've ever had in my life, and it wasn't bothering me up until a couple of months ago, and because it's been so painful to put pressure on, I've been overcompensating on my right hand side, and that's what caused my hip flexor to have problems. So, not ideal. So about, I don't know, 5 weeks ago, I think, was when it got pretty bad. Couldn't really run at all. So I did go to the physio, and I was just using over-the-counter stuff to try and treat the verruca. So here we are, a few days out. Hip flexor pretty much back to normal. Should survive. But the verruca's fucked. Excuse the language. The verruca's still bloody sore. But it's too late now to do anything. So, come Sunday, originally I was looking at about 4.5 hours. Now, it's just about finishing. I feel like I've lost a lot of training, but I have been quite fit this year, so I'm taking that as a positive. If it takes me 6 hours to get round, it takes me 6 hours to get round. It's just the way it's going to be. But today's my last sort of proper run. Just a couple of miles, slow, loosen my legs off. Set for Sunday, and then I might do just some strides or something. Friday or Saturday, just a wee quick 10 minutes. Make sure the legs are feeling okay before the big one on Sunday. So hopefully this will be the beginning of my video, and hopefully you'll get to see a full marathon out of it, which will also be in this video. Fingers crossed.
Good luck everybody, have a fab day out there, loving the Celts, loving what you're doing here.
Just approaching Falls of Fire, just about 6.5 miles. That's us indoors. Just over 17 miles and I'm done. I am fucking done. Absolutely dying. 9 miles to go.
Bus going back to Wales tonight with all these athletes. Caroline Wickens running for cancer research. Alistair McGee, Ross Guinea, who's running to raise awareness of bowel cancer. So many good charities to Wales tonight with all these athletes. Caroline Wickens running for cancer research. Alistair McGee, Ross Guinea, who's running to raise awareness of bowel cancer. Running for cancer research. Alistair McGee, Ross Guinea, who's running to raise awareness of bowel cancer. So many good charities, so many great reasons to run here today.
Well, I don't even know where to start. Just what an amazing experience overall. I'm sorry there's not much video of the actual race. My GoPro battery didn't last very long, and also the last part that I filmed, I really was done mentally. I was struggling at that point. The race for me, where to start? When we hooked the bus up to the start, it was freezing, it was wet, it was raining. Hiding under a poncho at the floor, it was really, you know, it really put me off. I wasn't sure what was going to happen next. Yeah, so it was really something. And then when we got going, the first 2 miles is downhill, which obviously really off-putting. I was trying very hard to keep my pace down on the downhill and just, you know, try and keep it steady, which I think I did, to be honest. The splits look alright. And yeah, like, I just didn't realise how many hills there was going to be. Like, it was very undulating, but it did feel like I was going up more than I was going down, apart from that first 2 miles. But the race for me, the way it went was really, the first half was fine. About 10 miles in, I started running with a chap called Andy. We had a good conversation. We were going about the same pace for a good 5 miles, and then he stopped for the toilet, and I kept going, and ended up on my own. And about 16-17 miles, just mentally, I was already away. I think I was about 3 hours at that point. I knew there was still a couple of hours to go, and I was finding it really difficult. Then about 20 miles after the big hill, which I walked most of, I'll not lie, I actually phoned Gillian at that point, so she talked to me for a good mile or two, which really helped. So big thanks to Gillian for that, for getting me through that. Then yeah, after sort of 20-21 miles, just this wall that we talk about, I hit it both physically, and as I said, I was already mentally struggling, and it was just so hard. Everything was starting to hurt on my legs, just everything, and it was just, I don't know how to explain it. It was so emotional, it was so hard, just wanted to get to the finish, and I couldn't see it quick enough. And then that last mile, you can see the finish line, it's like over there, and you're on the other side of the river, and you know you've still got a good mile to go. And at this point, I know it's going to be 12 or 13 minutes more of running. I know on a normal day you're like, well, that's no bother, but at the end of a marathon you're just like, oh, come on. So I managed to get in with a sort of little group towards the end, and we stuck together for the last most of the mile and just get round. And I tried to push when I seen that finish line, and you'll see at the end of the video that was me pushing. I was just done, absolutely done. And then afterwards, I just, emotional, so emotional. You don't realise how emotional it's going to be, but I think because of everything that's happened over the last year or so with COVID and stuff, and not having races and not being able to get out, and me using this as an opportunity to do my first marathon and tick it off a bucket list, you know, I think it was just overwhelming at the end. So thank God Gillian was there to give me a nice big hug at the end, because that really helped. But then the feeling after that is just amazing, absolutely amazing to have been able to do it. I honestly never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be able to do it. I stopped smoking 10 years ago. January 2011 was the last time I had a cigarette. I was smoking 20 a day, and here we are 10 years later. I've done a marathon. Unbelievable. And I'd like to thank quite a few people for that. So firstly, I'd like to thank Jade at GN Athletics. Last year I started doing some personal training there. This year it's been online personal training, but it definitely gave me a good base fitness for this year. It's definitely the fittest I've felt for a long time. As you seen at the start of the video, I have problems with injuries, so I'd like to give a really big thanks to Kenny Cross at Ascent Physio and Massage in Lauriston, because Kenny got me to that start line pain free, and my hip flexor got through the marathon and it's still pain free. So really thankful for that he helped me with that and got me to the start line. I think if I'd have managed to complete my training programme, the marathon might have been a bit easier at the end, and I might have been a bit faster, but do you know what, I don't care. I just wanted to finish. This medal means a lot, and this t-shirt I just never want to take off again. Obviously big thanks to Gillian for coming up with me to Inverness and supporting me, and well done to her, she done the 5k. But yeah, I definitely would have struggled mentally, I think, without her, so big thanks to Gillian as well. But all I will say is, if you fancy doing a marathon, do the training and do a marathon. It's brilliant. Would I do one again? I don't know, because all I know is for the last couple of days I've been unable to walk, so it's not exactly selling it to me. But yeah, brilliant. So thanks everyone for watching the video, hope you enjoyed it.